Hello, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to do a free criminal background check in the state of Illinois. To get started, visit illinoispublicrecords.com. I'll leave a link in the description. You can click on that or just type this into your browser. On the homepage, you will notice quite a few databases you can use. These are free public databases in the state of Illinois. But in this video, I'm going to focus on criminal information and particularly free databases that you have available to you. So to get started, hover over other records and select inmate search. And we're just going to start from the beginning. A criminal record is initiated by an arrest, either by like a sheriff's department or a city police department. And so that initiates an arrest record. They haven't necessarily been sentenced, but they have been charged with a particular crime. And so that record can be researched at either the county level or the city level, depending on how big the city is. So for example, in Cook County and in Chicago, you have an opportunity to research, if you have a first name and a last name, you have an opportunity to research an inmate in the jail system. So this isn't prison, this is jail. Same thing with the Chicago department. You can research arrest records as well. And we covered the most populous counties, so you have quite a few counties that will provide this information. And these databases can be used completely free of charge. So step one, somebody gets arrested and they get charged. Step two would be they will either post bail or maybe they'll stay in jail, but they will have to eventually see a judge. So step two in researching would be to, I'm going to go ahead and click on background check page here, would be to, when somebody sees a judge, a court document is created, unless a case is somehow sensitive. The information is sensitive sometimes, so they won't release the information, but in general, court records are considered public records. So you're able to use court databases to research this information. So after an arrest, somebody will have to go see a judge, or even the people that are sitting in prison or in jail that have been sentenced before that, they would have seen a judge. So there is a court document somewhere regarding the situation. So you have quite a few options at the state level here in Illinois. For instance, one of the first options you have, they have 77 participating courts, and this database is free of charge. So depending on what county the arrest happened in, you would have to then locate that county and research. And as you can see, the available data, they have criminal charges, and that's what you're looking for. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need if you are looking for criminal information. Sometimes civil information can be helpful as well. It just depends on the situation. So you have quite a few counties here that will provide this information for free. And again, it will depend on, and then as you can see, all you need is just a name here to get started. And then since not all the courts participate, you also have what's called county courts. And we have gathered this information for the most populous counties in the state of Illinois. Now, you need to pay attention to the databases that you're looking at. Some databases won't necessarily cover criminal records. And so if they don't do that, what you'll typically have to do is go and, as an example, in this county here, they don't necessarily have an online database, but what they have is they have a special terminal, and they even have an address here, and it's pretty much a computer. It's an on-site computer that you can come in and freely research court records within that county. So again, even if there's an online database, be sure they actually let you look at criminal records. If they don't have that option online, you will have to go use one of the public terminals in that county. So just keep that in mind. But it looks like majority of the counties are pretty willing to share just for maybe a few. So just keep that in mind. But again, all of this, it can be done for free. So we got arrests for free, court records can be looked at for free. The next step is sentencing. So like if a person is sentenced, maybe they just have to pay a fine, maybe they're not going to be guilty, maybe they're going to have to spend some time maybe in a prison or in a jail. So again, I'm going to go back to the inmate search. Let's say they get over 12 months. If they get over 12 months, they're going to be spending that time at the Department of Corrections, which would be the prison system. Under 12 months, they would be at a local jail somewhere. So if you are looking at, say, the prison system, they have Illinois Department of Corrections has a database, and I'm just going to try a general name here. And as you can see, you have a record, you got a mugshot, you got a physical profile here, you have the admission, release, discharge information, sentencing information, and it looks like there is actually quite a history here. It actually gives you a history, because they have different dates here. It gives you a history of the encounters this person had within the Department of Corrections system. So it's a pretty it's a quite extensive database here with lots of information, lots of detailed information that they provide. And this again is also can be researched for free. So you have quite a few options when it comes to researching criminal records, doing a background check on somebody's criminal historic past. You have quite a few databases that you can utilize for free. There's also a warrant search here. You can look at all sorts of options, but mainly you have the jail, the prison system that should be researched. You got the court system, and that a lot of times will cover a lot of the records. Just keep in mind that people do move around from county to county, from state to state, and so if you're certain that the person lived within a particular county, maybe 2 counties, then yes, sure. But if you're not quite sure where their previous locations are, you can also use a tool that we have here. And this tool, it's a name search tool, and this isn't a free tool, but I'm going to mention it, and I'll mention why it could be helpful. It doesn't just pull records. Well, first of all, it pulls multiple record databases: public records, court records, real estate information, criminal arrest information, financial records. It also has private databases, things like cell phone records, previous addresses, things like that. All of these things can be useful in determining somebody's historic past, previous addresses, criminal history. But it doesn't just pull records from the state of Illinois. It goes outside the state as well. So let's say somebody had a criminal record in Georgia or in Indiana. Now they're living in Illinois. If you're just searching within the state or within a particular county, you're not necessarily going to see that information. So if you want to make sure you have all your bases covered, you want to get more of that nationwide look into somebody's criminal historic past, this could be a great tool when it comes to doing a criminal background check. So with that said, visit IllinoisPublicRecords.com. Come on down and check out all the tools we have available here for you to do a free criminal background check in Illinois. Thank you.